The meaning of building use, form and massing. Building form and massing are traditional zoning ordinances deal with aspects of physical form by setting specific of height, setbacks and coverage.
Traditional zoning law address physical aspect of form and massing by establishing guidelines for height, setback and coverage. Conceptually, the landscape does not fill the hole between the building form, rather the landscape occurs inside those spaces. There are three-dimensional composition. The form and massing of a volume are defined by its shape, size and orientation. The shape might be straightforward as the cube-shaped patriot piece memorial or intricate. It can be unique or repeated, formal or informal, additive or subtractive, regular or irregular, stable or dynamic, centralized, linear or radial.
Next point is purpose and functions. So, to know the connection and relationship between the building and the space. First one, building use. To identify, categorize, and locate existing building uses, such as commercial, religious, business, services, institutional office, mixed uses, and so on. Identify and locate the active and non-active building frontage, the pattern and implication, such as premier and secondary building, where is the location and which one is more active. Second point, building form and massing. Identify the current building form on the property and its surroundings, including its size, historical influence, and design era. How diverse are the construction materials overall? The facades color scheme, composition, finishes, proportion, and form. Map the age of the building to show the age distribution, concentrations of buildings, and periods of urban development. Identify building age profile. And next, recognize the corridor shadow pattern that is caused by the site's distribution of building height, how it implies human movement and activities.
The process in building use, form and massing. For the first stage, pre-design, a process which the project and owner goals, having a clear indicators for measuring the meeting about their goals at various stages of the project. Owner and or his representative are involved in this process. However, these goals may still be changed. Changing these goals may mean abortive works. After engaging a commission agent, the project should be brought in at this stage for the requirement and goals to be documented. After that, concept design. Produce graphical illustration for the project as an initial conceptual idea. Form a starting point for further discussion in achieving the end of the design. A series of integrated design threads such in the form of workshop, a brainstorming session and focus team meeting will be held. Next, we move to the design development, which means produce a schematic design to showing general site layout, building shapes, space allocations and rough building specification. Derive indicative budgetary costing with the collaborative such as consulting engineers, specialist supplier and consultants. Then produce the details of architectural and engineering drawings, materials specifications, facility management and user guides.
The number 4 is construction stage. More stakeholders will be recruited. This will provide the city with additional finances to build a more sustainable city. And then the second one, the previously made decision should be explained and the contract agreement should be examined. This is to ensure that the plan is carried out in accordance with the city's long-term vision. Number 5 is building commissioning. The installed energy-related system must be commissioned. The commissioning agent should coordinate and lead the commissioning process. And number 6 is post-occupancy stages. It must be completed 1 year after considerable occupancy or when the occupancy level surpasses 50%. Energy-related systems, space comfort conditions, user perception, and other factors can be examined and quantified to reveal deficiencies that must be addressed. The facility management team and building owners can work together to set aside enough funds for POE audits and routine maintenance. And now we move on to the relevance of buildings form and massing. The first one is the usage. It is to emphasizing the numerous types of buildings purposes. The second one is form. An effective street network facilitates user access. And the last one is massing. Appropriate buildings arrangements to encourages the urban environment. And it is also to create a living city. And the results. The user can access several functions or building types for the desired needs and services. It is also can provide a lively frontage. Also to create a connection between building blocks by the presence of user.